You have performed in Vegas for a long time, and you got a chance to, you were the opening act for some of the greats of all time, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
You were the comedian who opened for Frank.
Yeah, it was, Frank had well, I opened for him like kind of in his latter days when he, right before he just decided to, and it's, that's pressure. I mean, it's not White House pressure, but, opening for Sinatra, it's like.
I would think that was huge pressure, opening for Frank Sinatra. That's big.
It was, yeah, and he was a little, look, always Frank, and I was a huge fan, but he was, it was later in his years, and he called me like Greg Barrett. He would keep going, he would come out, he'd go, let's have a hand for Greg Barrett, baby, Greg Barrett. And like a schmuck, I'm out there taking a bow to someone else's name, and my mom is like, I don't understand why you can't sit him down and say, Frank, I'm Brad. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll have a sit down with Frank Sinatra and set him straight on who I am. But it's being an opening act could be really tough. And when you're, opening for Sinatra, no one is there to see you. You're the, so, and every night, I would ask Hank, who was his road manager, I would go, how long do I do? Do I do 10? Do I do 20? You do whatever Frank wants you to do. That's what you do. And I go, well, I kind of have to know before I go, when Frank wants to come on, he'll give the cord a little yank and you say goodnight.
The cord on your microphone, he's going to tug on it.
He would tug on it, and I would be like, well, we'd like to know. He goes, you want the gig or not? And I would like, yeah, of course. Just go out, Greg, and do the best you can. So one night,
Who is this man?
This is Hank, and you listen to him.
Yeah, you listen to Hank.
Or you end up in a box. And one night, I'm out there in Atlantic City, and I'm like, 26 years old, and I'm bombing, like, not crickets, but actually crickets' thoughts. I could hear what the crickets, and I'm out there for 12 minutes, and I see Frank in the wings, and he goes, and he tugs, and I'm in the middle of bombing. I mean, I want to close right. And so I say, out of nerves, I go, what a crowd. Stick around for Frank. Okay.
This is great.
No, this is obviously.
You're making a joke, yeah.
I'm
Stick
making
around
a
for
joke.
Frank, yeah.
Go back to the dressing room. I'm in the flop sweat. Julie and Hank knock on the door. How you doing, Brad? How's it going today? Everything all right? I said, not a night to record the album, but I'm doing my job. What does it mean, stick around for Frank? And I said, well, I was making fun of myself, obviously. We don't really see how you were. Now, why would you? They're here for Frank. I said, no, that's why I was saying, of course they're here for Frank. I was making fun of myself. You're somewhere, are you saying stick around for Frank because he has a tendency to be late? Like stick around for Frank, like wait for Frank? I said I would never. I'd say stick around for Frank. Now I'm trying to spin it.
Right.
Like it's he's out any minute.
Yeah.
And Julie looks at Hank and says, Hank, how did you take it? And Hank says, well, I thought he said stick it to Frank.
Oh no.
So they literally said, we're going to give you a couple days off. We're going to give you a ticket. You're going to go to Reno, and you're going to open for Liza. And it's going to give you time to think about it. So
that's your punishment?
That's my punishment. Was with Liza, who I met holding, her puppy crying.
Yeah.
This is when but she was great to me, and I never, I didn't do stick around for Liza. I learned my lesson.
Well, guess what I get to say right now? Stick around for Brad. We'll be right back.
God.
More Brad Garrett in a minute.